In 2001, British MP Robin Cook declared chicken tikka masala to be a true British national dish. Now that may seem odd given its obvious links to Indian cuisine, but chicken tikka masala is still the single most popular takeout dish in the whole of the United Kingdom. Now there are many different theories about the origins of this dish, but the one I really like to believe it was created by Glasgow restaurant owner Ali Ahmed Aslam in the early 1970s. After a customer complained about the dryness of the chicken tikka they had been served, Mr. Ali made a sauce using a can of Campbell's tomato soup and spices he had in the kitchen. The result was the dish we British love the most. In 2009, I was lucky enough to meet Mr. Ali at his restaurant, the Sheesh Mahal, where he made this legendary dish for me. He wouldn't share his whole recipe with me, but I think the one in this video is pretty close. So, as we said in the introduction, the key to a great chicken tikka masala is chicken tikka and a fantastic masala sauce. So we've done all our preparation, all of our mise en place, as the French like to call it, getting everything together. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to make the perfect chicken tikka, which you can serve on its own. It's wonderful on skewers and all kinds of other things. But when we've cooked it, we're going to add it to that masala sauce that I'm going to show you how to make in a moment. Spoonful or so of this garlic, a little bit of the juice from there as well. These fiery serrano chilies, ginger, a spoonful or so of our masala mix that we made earlier. The juice of half a lemon, and then yogurt. The yogurt and the spices, oh, the smell is absolutely incredible. Make sure every piece of the chicken is covered. And we're going to pop this into the fridge. We're going to leave that for a couple of hours to really let those flavors get inside that chicken. We're going to make the masala sauce rich, spicy, and delicious, rather like me, apart from the rich bit. So we're just getting our pan up to heat. Then I am going to throw in some ghee, which is this wonderful clarified butter from India. Very nutty, often made with buffalo milk. So now that we've got that to a good temperature, we're going to put in, check it out, yep, put in our onions. We have got some beautiful color on our onions, just at the right level. We're now going to start adding some layers of flavor, and that's the key with Indian food. You need to add everything at the right time so that it builds up these layers of flavor. And sometimes what people do is they bung everything in together, all the chilies and spices and stuff like that, and it all just tastes horrible because it just burns you. So we're not going to do that. Imagine the smells already. We've got onions, we've got ghee, we've got chili, we've got ginger, and now we're going to add some of our garlic. Wonderful on its own, I would imagine, but even better when I add some of this masala mix, the same one that we added into the marinade for the chicken. And again, remember what that's got in it: cumin, coriander, turmeric, chili powder. Oh my God, the smell. Now we're going to add in just our can of chopped tomatoes and all of those lovely juices that came with it. So we've created that amazing sauce so far with the onions and all those different flavors. Then we added tomatoes and spices into that. Now we've added chicken broth and heavy cream. And we're just going to let that come to a simmer. And we're going to simmer it for about 20 minutes. We want to reduce it almost by half. So we'll let that bubble away while we go on and finish the chicken tikka, the next stage. Beautiful pieces of chicken have marinated for 2 hours. They smell absolutely incredible, I have to say. Put that to one side, I shall trash that. And we're going to cook them in the oven at a very high heat. So just with a pair of tongs, I've lined a baking tray with some oil. Even these little pieces I'm going to use. We're just going to lay them out on this baking tray. Make sure they have a little bit of marinade. You don't want too much because sometimes with all the yogurt it can burn. And you do want to char, but you don't want them looking like they've been put through a funeral pyre. we have taken our chicken tikka out of the oven. It's taken on a glorious golden color because of the turmeric and all those wonderful spices. I'm so happy. I could eat it just now, but we have got to put it into the masala sauce. It's everything I can do to stop people stealing it. So we're just going to decant it into a bowl here, and I'm going to take as many of those juices as I can because we want lots of the juices as well because they're all going to add to the flavor. Don't leave anything behind. No flavor left behind. It's my new motto. And you can see it's really juicy and golden and oh my gosh. This is great. If you come over here, you will see now this is masala sauce. So all of those flavors, all of those ingredients we put in there have married to perfect effect. It is, as they would say in India, the perfect arranged marriage. So look at that. But there's one more guest to this particular Indian wedding, and that's our chicken tikka. Now, Mr. Chicken Tikka, please meet Miss Masala Sauce. I think you'll get along very well. We're just gently going to fold those in. We don't want to break up the chicken. It just needs to marry in the sauce. I never promised you that this was going to be a healthy dish, did I? I did say it was going to be delicious. I never said it was going to be healthy. So we're going to add 2 more little indulgences at the end. A good knob of butter. And just a tiny, don't tell anyone, don't tell my wife, just a tiny splash more cream. Just gently stir those through, again, trying not to break up the chicken, bringing in all the sauce from the side of the pan. This is ready to plate. I'm not going to lie to you, it's fantastic. I'm very proud of myself.